Hello everyone, welcome to my Sourcify channel. Today we are going to be talking about payment. Payment is a crucial and major part in international business. In order to achieve a pleasant and successful transaction, you and the seller shall reach mutual agreement on how and in which terms the payment should be made. In the meanwhile, you need to make sure these terms are specifically stipulated on the sales contract or pro forma invoice before you sign on it. So now let's have a look at this step-by-step guide. Main methods of payment. There are three most commonly used methods of payment you may choose from according to your order and financial status. Verify a safe account to pay. The very basic step to secure a safe payment process is to know about which common accounts that Chinese suppliers would prefer to use. What I mean is, when you get the account and beneficiary company information, you need to make an analysis. In that way, to some extent, you can avoid some transaction risks. Payment terms. Before you make any payment, you two should agree on payment terms, especially when it comes to payment through telegraphic transfer. Now let's talk about the payment methods. There are three most commonly used methods of payment you may choose from according to your order and financial status. By the end of this part, you will be able to identify payment options for various trade transactions and the risk and advantages of each for both you and sellers. Now let's have a look at the following table with all the payment methods. Payment methods. Open account. An open account transaction is a sale where the goods are shipped and delivered before payment is due, called OA. The pros: great flexibility in cash flow, control over goods prior to payment. Cons: possibly high price quoted by the seller. Letter of credit. A letter of credit is a document issued by a bank at the buyer's request, assuring that the buyer will make payment within a specified period of time. The pros: to minimize the risk is not receiving the goods order. You can control the time period for shipping and avoid or reduce prepayment. Cons: banks only check documents, not goods. Higher costs due to bank charges. Telegraphic transfer. Telegraphic transfer is a method of electronic funds transfer from one bank account to another bank account. Pros: fast and reliable, the most popular transaction method, and it's easy to go. Cons: higher risk than OA and LC. Micropayment. For small amounts, buyers usually select convenient payment methods such as Western Union, MoneyGram, PayPal, etc. It's very fast, instant, and it suits for small amounts. Cons: high handling costs. Now let's talk about verifying the accounts to make the payment. The very basic step to secure a safe payment process is to know about which common accounts Chinese suppliers would prefer to use. What I mean is, when you get the account and the beneficiary account information and the company information, you need to make sure that you make an analysis. In that way, to some extent, you can avoid some transaction risks. For that, let's have a look at the following table with the risk levels when making a payment. Type: company account. The features: the beneficiary name is confirmed to the seller's company name. The beneficiary address is confirmed to the seller's registered location. The bank account is in mainland China. The risk level for this is low. Offshore account. The beneficiary name is confirmed or related to the seller's company name. Beneficiary address is not conformed to the seller's registered location, and the bank account is in Hong Kong. The risk level for this is normal. Private account. The beneficiary account is not held by a registered company, instead held by an individual person. The risk level for this is high. Another account. The beneficiary name is not confirmed to the seller's company name, and the beneficiary address is not confirmed to the seller's registered location, and the risk level for this is high. Notice: to safely make a telegraphic transfer payment, you need to ensure that you get correct beneficiary details conformed to the sales contract. The main details are as you can see below. You need to input these details correctly, or the receiving bank will return the money, which might have influence on the shipping schedule. Now let's talk about the payment terms. Before you make any payment, especially through telegraphic transfer, you should also agree on the payment terms with the seller. What is the Incoterm and when to pay the deposit and the balance amount. Here on this table we will show you the type of Incoterms that they have. Most common options of Incoterms are EXW, FOB, CFR, CIF, loading port and destination port. The deposit payment, normally 30% of order amount to officially initiate the mass production. The balance payment, normally 70% of order amount to pay after production and pre-shipment inspection. Under certain circumstances, you may negotiate to pay the balance payment against copy of bill of lading. The Incoterm must be stipulated in sales contract to avoid any disputes or confusion. The deposit payment, to send telegraphic transfer copy to the seller and require formal confirmation on payment and production start. Balance payment. It's very important to withhold the balance payment until you get the inspection report from either the seller or a third-party inspection agent. So this is the end of our video for today. I hope you found all of this information very useful, and if you still have any doubt, don't forget to leave it in the comments, and also don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Bye!